Welcome back to the Ralph's Thunder Tour presented by Las Vegas. John Nicholson and Steve Montgomery at the Texaco Cup at Seafair in Seattle on Lake Washington. The Budweiser here in lane 2 coming up at the start of Heat 3A. Ken Muscatel on the inside of the Tweetins RV Mart. Then to the outside, it is the Easter Seals, Chaplin's Volkswagen, and Jimmy King in the Elan Plus in between the Bud and the Easter Seals.
Dave Villwock very well positioned in lane 2. He does have some pretty good shoot speed inside of him with the good doctor over there in the U14. But the Budweiser, as we've seen so many times this year, John, at full song, at start finish. But look at the field keeping up with him.
Jimmy King in the Elan Plus qualified third, 5 miles an hour slower than the Budweiser. But here's a view that Dave Villwock is used to. Nothing but water out in front of him on Lake Washington.
He's also headed up for the north end of the race course, which can get lumpy and bumpy as the waves come back off the log boom. A pretty good look at the race course right there.
Ken Muscatel in the inside lane, Jimmy King in lane 3. As we look from the O'Doul's eye in the sky, you see Muscatel keeping it tight to the buoys, trying to move up on Budweiser and also trying to hold off Jimmy King. Dave takes it a bit wide in the Bud. First lap average, look at that, 142.5 miles an hour.
And give Dave credit, he left a lot of room for Ken Muscatel. He probably had the 5 boat length overlap, but left a lane for the doctor to run in and keep the boat race alive.
Here's Jimmy King now coming to the outside of the Bud. Ken Muscatel has disappeared in the spray, and there we just see him behind the Bud. And Jimmy King now is in second place in the Elan Plus.
Great shot once again. This is the cockpit view from the Miss Budweiser, the log boom off on your right. And again, they head up into the north end of the race course, which historically is where problems can occur here in Seattle.
Dave Villwock qualified the Miss Budweiser here this weekend at 156.508 miles an hour. As fast as that is, 6 miles an hour slower than Chip Hanauer's Porsche record of 162 plus in 1995. That was before the N2 limiter. From the O'Doul's eye in the sky, we see Jimmy King coming closer to Dave Villwock, but not closing all that much water on him. Pretty difficult to do at this point.
Still a very much improved boat ride for the Elstrom camp. This is the boat that last year in Seattle hopped right on top of Miss Budweiser. That thing would not go where Jimmy King pointed it. It certainly does now.
And of course, at that time, Mark Webber was driving the Miss Bud because of the injury to Dave Villwock. Here's Ken Muscatel coming around in third place still.
And I like the fact that they're still leaving room for Ken running back there in third place to run on the inside.
It's just a little rough out the front of Dave Villwock's view.
Almost 100,000 spectators on that log boom off to Dave Villwock's right as he comes up the back straightaway.
Once more around the final turn from the O'Doul's eye in the sky. A look at the very nice ride that Dave Villwock is giving the big red boat heading for the checkered flag, and you hear the whistles and applause on the shore. There's your winner, Budweiser, 2 out of 3, blemished only by the full start in Heat 2. Jimmy King in the Elan Plus will take second in Heat 3A. Chaplin's Volkswagen Easter Seals, Jerry Hale, 4th after winning Heat 2 when everybody else started too soon. And you total up the points, it's 1,100 so far for Miss Budweiser. Steve on the dock with Dave.
David, it's official. You won that heat.
It's official? Are we sure? Well, yeah, we're trying to get those points racked up. You know, we're after the war right now, and that's the world championship. And Seattle would just be another diamond in that ring if we could pull it off. So we're going to throw everything we got at the last heat. The guys got just a little bit more left in there. We're going to run Miss Budweiser real hard in the final. You can count on that.
Bernie, these Seattle races sometimes get a little wild and wacky. This one hasn't been too bad so far.
No, it's been pretty good, in fact, but he just gave me a little message, something about a diamond.